From real-life Bigfoot captures to incredible wildlife moments and paranormal sightings caught on trail cam. Get ready to witness the most breathtaking, jaw-dropping trail cam footage. And we'll show you even more exclusive footage in today's episode. We even saved a surprise for you somewhere. As always, we start our video on a lighter note. If you have had a husky, you're very conversant with their continuous howls and yapping. Howling is something that wolves and dogs with wolf DNA love to do. Hearing them howl when it's not in your living room can be very mesmerizing. But what if it's a wolf cub? Well, thanks to this trail cam footage, we know what it looks and feels like as well as what to expect. Not many individuals know this, but wolf pups as young as this one are capable of howling. You might be tempted to think it was distress or something evil had happened to the rest of the pack, but be rest assured, all is well. As days go by, the world keeps getting weirder and scarier. This footage can be either weird or scary, or both depending on how you look at it. You would consider it weird if you thought that the fox was merely the victim of a tragic accident that took two of its legs, or that it was simply born this way. If this is the case, then this is one for the books. The way it moves on its two front legs is quite fascinating and awesome to watch. But what if there's more? What if it had something to do with the supernatural? Perhaps a shapeshifter that didn't complete its shapeshifting. One thing is for certain, this footage has left me with more questions than answers. And as the sun sets and darkness falls, I can't shake the feeling that there are things in this world that are best left unexplored. Play fights are always fun, especially if you're doing it with a loved one. Be it a pillow fight with your lover or a fake WWE wrestling match with your son, you can't deny it's one of those unique and fun things we love doing with family. But what if I told you it was not necessarily a human thing? What if I told you it's something animals in the wild also love doing? Do you doubt me? Behold the play-fighting bears of the wild. Yes, there is the occasional growl, the gnashing of teeth, and what looks like the solid attempt to cut out each other's throat, but despite all that apparent aggression, it's all love and fun. Well, at least something close to it, since the bears are not truly capable of that. They might not be killing each other, but that's what makes this so wholesome to watch. It's not every day you see two bears do this. I've seen bears hunt, and that's definitely not how they do it. There is usually focus and aggression. I don't see any of that here. In fact, it's not interested in eating them at all. Two things come to mind. The bear is either very bored, or it's simply just being a psycho. You don't need to be a scientist to know the fish are not enjoying that. The bear doesn't seem to care, though. Still on bears, not everyone is this lucky. Not many trail cam owners can boast of this. This trail cam has just captured a bear in its full glory. This seemingly black, well-built bear has been rumored by all who live in the vicinity to roam the area. This is, however, the first time it had been captured this way. At first, it looks like something out of a horror movie. A pair of glowing eyes approach from a distance. As the creature gets closer, you can see the dark entity forming into the image of a ferocious beast on four legs. Then, ow, it's a bear. It stands for a while, examines its surroundings, and when it realizes it's safe, it heads towards the camera. It investigates the camera and then walks away. Good thing we had access to the whole footage and not just parts of it. It could have been mistaken for an evil being when it had that glare in its eyes. I mean, look at that. It looks like an evil spirit took the form of a bear to roam the earth. But what if that's the actual case? What if it really is what it appears to be? Giraffes are known for many things, but wearing jewelry is in no way one of them. How this tire got around this gentle giant's neck, we'll never know, but what we do know and can appreciate is the effort of this team to get rid of it. You don't have to be a giraffe to know that it would have been painfully exhausting to carry that tire around your neck. This is confirmed when the team finally succeeded in taking it off, as they realized that the area where the tire rested around its neck had become sore with open wounds. They, however, came prepared and ended up treating the wound to prevent infection, which is a true killer in the wild. One thing still baffles me: how did the tire get around its neck? It's very unlikely that the giraffe bent its head so low to the ground that it somehow got stuck with the tire around its neck. It's physically exhausting for them to do that. It certainly had to be a human. But who? Why? And for what purpose? I guess we'll never find out. Imagine walking through the woods for the first time and running into the decomposing skull of a deer tied to a tree. No matter who you are, this is gonna make you feel uncomfortable, even if just a little bit. And as we all know, nothing good ever comes out of anything involving skulls and skeletons, talk less of when they're hanging. But what could be going on here? Well, there are a couple of theories, the first being a ritual by the natives in the area who sacrifice a virgin sow each year for protection. Passerbys are encouraged to rub and kiss the skull thrice if this is the reason, then it's not so scary or weird. But there is another theory, a rather disturbing one that involves paranormal activity, an unpopular one known as the Deer Woman. This is a forest god who lures men in the form of a seductive, beautiful, and irresistible woman and ends up sending them to a lair. Once there, she turns into a deer and bashes their skulls open, after which she does what she wants with their bodies and soul. She is said to leave deer skulls hanging around her place of abode to ward off intruders. Could this footage have come from one of her locations? Is it even the Deer Woman at all? Or is there something more sinister at work here? The haunting audio captured in this national park in Florida sends shivers down your spine as you listen to the strange, otherworldly noise. It's unlike anything you've ever heard before. Not a howl, not a roar, and certainly not a bark. It's a sound that defies explanation, leaving you with a sense of unease and an eerie feeling, one that you simply can't afford to ignore. Something is definitely lurking just out of sight. Not just one, but possibly two. And they seem to be communicating. Some thought the park may have a skinwalker due to the unidentified sightings. But these sounds couldn't be that of skinwalkers. They make noises to lure people and can mimic human sounds as well. But that didn't sound human. If the skinwalker can be ruled out, then could we be hearing the legendary Bigfoot? Just how many are there? Could there be more than one Bigfoot in Florida? Do you live in Florida? Have you heard anything concerning a Bigfoot? Or would you be bold enough to go investigate it for us? Or do you think some mysteries are better left unexplored? Kindly let us know in the comments section. Still on Bigfoot, you don't need me to remind you that the legend concerning this mythical creature has been shrouded in mystery for centuries. Some claim to have seen him, others believe he doesn't exist at all, while some hold on to the view that seeing him is the last thing you would ever do. The reason not many can attest to his existence. But there seems to have been an exception. Look at how this hairy creature is walking without realizing there's a drone recording it. It's just walking on two legs, just like humans. Bigfoot is also a bipedal creature. That's what makes this footage so interesting. In the footage, you see that the creature is walking at a consistent pace. It almost looks like the creature has his mind fixated on getting something, or that he has to arrive somewhere on time. Is this Bigfoot walking to his wife and thinking about what to get her? We're sure happy that the owner of this drone footage shared it with us so we can keep on speculating about his existence. But what do you think? Where do you think Bigfoot was headed? Share it with us in the comments section.